Well, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the first, we'll say official podcast with Wise. And do you want to start us off by introducing yourself?
First off, I'm honored. Thank you. And my name is Court Adams, and I'm the Wise Auto Group Service Director.
Nice. And how long have you worked with Wise?
13 years, 14 in January. On January 20th would be my 14-year anniversary.
You got some time.
Oh, yeah.
You got some time in here.
Yeah.
The longevity. Yeah, longevity in a group is a nice thing to, like, for me. I've only been here 6 years, but it's like having hope of, like, I can't wait to see what I do in, 13, 14 years where I'll be at. So did you ever think we would be doing anything like this? Like podcast, media, news, like this, to this capacity since you started almost 14 years ago?
I never had the idea that we'd be doing like a podcast or the Who News and stuff like that. I always felt like I was part of something really big and that is going to continue to be bigger. And I still do. But definitely, I'm surprised every day by the things that us as a team, we achieve and we think of. All the ideas are awesome. Yeah,
it's cool even in the 6 years that I've been here watching it grow since I've started. So I couldn't even imagine when you started. I don't know, how many stores were there when you started?
So I worked at Dodge Chrysler Jeep of Vacaville. I was a lot porter. And we had Nissan of Vacaville. Rami was running both Nissan of Vacaville and Dodge Chrysler Jeep of Vacaville.
Okay. Well, since you've had progression through the group in different positions and being here for that amount of time, what has growth meant to you as far as being a part of here? Like, what does growth mean to you?
I think growth is a must if you're around here, right? There's so much moving pieces. There's so much going on, and the business is always changing, and in good ways that it's really important to. And not just growth like growing to a different position or anything like that even, but just like, mentally, physically, you always want to be like in growth mode, right?
Yeah. Well, you've actually had the privilege of meeting Rami. Some people haven't just because of how big we are. So from meeting him, getting to know him, what are some things about him that you obtain in your management day-to-day work abilities?
I think if I could sum it up, like the things that I don't want to say that like I can even implement in the same way, because Rami's one of a kind, and you can tell in just any conversation that you have with him, he's one of a kind. It's really difficult to implement anything to the T, but I would say the two things that I try my best to do is the overall care that he shows just in anybody, a guest, an employee, a vendor, just making people feel like they're in the right place. So like the overall care. And then secondly, I would say, and not second to that even, but just the drive. The drive that he has, the motor that he has, is something that I definitely strive to even just come close to. He's very driven, and just focused on just continued growth, like you touched on it before.
Yeah, no, that's when I've met him from time to time. He always has that, like, what's the next thing? Like, how can we be better?
Right.
What are we doing good? How, when I've done interviews with him, he's like, what do you want to hear? Because he's like, I don't want to give a message. I want to know what the employees want from him, because he wants us to pretty much have the world here.
Yeah.
Of that, we can do anything that we can as far as growth. And if we have, goals to hit, like for me, this has been a goal, and now I'm living it, which is awesome.
Right.
So it's really cool to like have that mentor to have there ahead of you of like, I want to strive to be like, and you then you've been here around long enough to where there's people that look at you of like, I want what Court has. Like, how much responsibility that you take on and who you have alongside of you and who looks up to you to have that same growth. Because if someone moves, let's just say in your position, all you can move is grow up too. So, it's cool. It's like that chain link that, if you're bringing along someone next to you, when they get to that spot where it's like, if you want to have this position, that's only, a positive move for you to be like, I can only go up from here.
Absolutely.
Well, before we wrap up, is there any message or takeaway comment for, let's just say, a new employee that has recently come on board to the vast majority of the group?
I would just say I'd sum it up with what I try to strive to implement that Rami has showed is the care and that drive, right? If you, and every step of it. So whether you're a service valet and you're going through the day-to-day helping customers out, make sure you open that door for the customer, make sure you're, don't walk by a piece of trash, pick it up, right? And just, I heard a quote one time, and it was a sports quote, and it said, good teams aren't just focused on just winning the game, right? I mean, obviously they need to win the game,
right?
They win. How do you win the game? You win one play at a time, right? And that's something that just, me in general, I just try to take it one day at a time, one customer at a time, one interaction at a time, and just try to win that moment, right? By doing the best that I can, by keeping focus on what I'm really doing it for, right? And really that's just the overall care for the team, and I think if we all stay focused on that, and just collectively, we can win a lot of plays and win a lot of games.
Yeah. That's at the end of the day, it's like the goal is to win the game, but we can't focus on the end already. We got to take it, the play at
one
a time.
Play at a time.
Just get 5 more yards, and just keep moving it forward.
Yeah.
No, that's good. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and you give me hope of like I strive to obtain more, have more responsibility.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
So it's awesome to work with you and do whatever I can as you do to just help this company grow. So thank you for coming on.
Feelings mutual.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nate.
Thank you.